What up? What up? Class is in session today. Today I broke it down with a new board. Coach K Astrology.info. The promo code is LiveFree50. Everything is 50% off over there, including the course. Today, Astro 101 class, we in day 3. We're going to review the houses. We're going to talk about birth times and rising times. And are you sure you got the right birth time? And why is that important? If you're between 27 and 30 or 57 and 60, you better watch this. We're going to be talking about Saturn return. If you're between 40 and 43 or approaching 40 or 43, you better pay close attention. If you know somebody who's approaching 27 or between anything from 26 to 30, you better share the video with them. Anything from 55 to 60, you better share the video for that person. If you're between 39 to 42, if your birthday, if you were born in 1970, I'm sorry. Take that. If you was born in 1970, 75, 76, 77, 78, you better watch this video. I'm going to talk about retrogrades, I'm going to talk about compatibility, and I'm going to talk about synastry versus composite. Maybe. I might get through all of this. If I don't, then that'll be what we put on tomorrow. If you want to get everything I offer at CoachKAstrology.info, promo code LiveFree50 until the 17th. But today is day 3. We're getting ready to review these houses and get busy. What up? All right. If you shared the video, make sure you press 2. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. So, what's up, Karen? Disha, this is Kair, the astrology teacher. I was telling you. Oh, hey, Kelly. Okay, you're talking to Disha. All right, let's get it popping. First off, we got to go over and review the basics. Why am I doing this? Because a lot of astrologers are getting you too jacked up in the planets and not jacked up in you. So, matter of fact, I'm going to go sideways today. Let's go sideways. So, please get a paper and pen. Start drawing your chart out. It always starts with you in the middle. So we're going to set up the university, right? So this is the university. You want to draw a chart. You draw a line from 12 to 6. I mean from the center out. You always draw from the center out, right? So I went to 12. I went to 6. I went to 9. I went to 3. I went to 1. I went to 2. I'm going to 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, 12, right? This is the entire university, okay? So, university equals what? The chart, all right? Or the chart equals the university. I'm moving a little faster today because we already covered this. If this is your first time, that's marvelous. Then we have the houses. You start right here. So at the 9 o'clock position, that's where you put the 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. Let me change colors. Because yesterday we went over the difference between the personal and then the social. So the first 4 houses. Oh man, I actually could do them with the colors for the okay. Bet. So the first 3 houses, they fire oriented. 1, 2, 3. That's the prince. Second 3 houses is the mother. 4, 5, 6. That's mama. Daddy is logic. That's the king. 7, 8, 9. And then the resources, that's the princess. 10, 11, 12. So what are these? These are houses. So houses equal classrooms. Most of the time, somebody's always coming in talking about my sun sign is this, my rising sign is this. Here's the rising sign right here. Rising sign. But they don't even know where it's at. What does it have to do with the first house and the 12th house? Why is it right here on the left? Why isn't it over here? Did you even check the time to make sure the time was right? Also, I'm still taking roll. This is Coach Khayr, Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. Please leave your, no, not Page, Knight, Queen. No, it's not Knight, Queen, King, and Page. No, that's not what I said. I said Prince, Queen, King, Princess. The first 3 houses is the Prince. Second 3 houses is the Queen. Next 3 houses is the King. Next 3 houses is the Princess. All right? Please introduce yourself. What's up, Marcoli? Where Nico at? Till I ask about him. Please introduce yourself. I'm Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. I see Team Capricorn in the building. Team Aries, Virginia Beach. What it do? All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Team Cancer in New Jersey. Appreciate that. Thanks for everybody's coming. If you shared the video, please press 2. If you've enjoyed these videos that I've been having the first 2 days, please press 5. Like, just give me a high 5 if you've enjoyed these videos and they've, done something for you. All right? Let's get it popping. Team Pisces in Richmond, Virginia. I see Team Pisces in Alabama. Team Pisces in Chicago. A lot of Pisces in the building today, all right? Y'all might get a reading. So, we're reviewing the houses, right? So, it's really important to know the key words of the houses, right? So the house I am is the first house. I have, I speak, I feel, I will, I work. You can also put I perfect in there if you want. I relate, I transform, or I desire, I see, I utilize. I'm just gonna put I use in. I know. This is day 3, and this is I believe. All right. So these are your primary energies of the houses. Before, and this means this is the color of the inside of the classroom, right? Okay. So who knows their rising sign and who knows who's had a chart reading from me and I have rectified your rising sign? So give me a correct rising sign, someone on here. If I have not checked your rising sign, don't give it to me. I want someone who knows for sure that they have the right time of birth for this particular example. Okay, Kristen, she's a Sag rising. Kristen, don't say me, put your sign in there. Kristen, has your rising sign been rectified? And so if you know that you've been rectified, Karen, I did Virgo yesterday, I'm trying to do somebody else. If you put it in here, make sure have I rectified the chart and know that that's the right rising sign. Because I'm going to talk about the rising sign in a minute, but I need, okay, Kristen. So let's do Kristen now. Bam! What kind of alarm is that? Okay, so we're going to go with Sag today. So, Sag, Capricorn rules the second house. Aquarius rules the third. Pisces rules the fourth. Aries rules the fifth. Taurus rules the sixth. Gemini rules the seventh. Cancer rules the eighth. Leo rules the ninth. Virgo rules the 10th. Libra rules the 11th. And Scorpio. So I'm going to put the SA in the and the SC, so you know the difference. Okay, that's Leo, that's Libra, Cancer, Capricorn, that's Aquarius, that's Aries. One of the first things you need to know is, please know the charts in order. That's like one of the biggest things when you need to understand a chart, is knowing the signs in order and being able to do that from memory. That's very important, because a lot of y'all want to know compatibility but don't know the signs. So why you want to make me work harder and you don't even know the signs? You can't know compatibility if you don't know the signs and what are the elementals of the sign, what, you know what I'm saying, what they are. Now this is a big point. The classroom never changes, but the outside sign that rules that house can change. Okay? Easily. So Kristen, what is your sun sign? Kristen, I want to know what your sun sign is too. Because you could be a Sag rising, which is 80% of your chart. I should write that down, right? The rising sign is 80% of the chart, unless you have a stellium somewhere. The rising sign is 80% of the chart, unless you got a stellium somewhere. So you have an Aquarius sun, huh? Boo-doo, boo, boo, boo-doo, boo-doo. So we're going to put her sun right there. All right? So this off the gate lets you know that all Aquariuses are not the same. Because there's an Aquarius with a Sag rising. 2 hours later, is an Aquarius with a Cap rising. 2 hours later, there's an Aquarius with Aquarius rising. 2 hours later, there's an Aquarius with a Pisces rising. 2 hours later, there's an Aquarius with Aries rising. 2 hours later, Taurus is rising. 2 hours later, Gemini is rising. Then Cancer, then Leo, then Virgo, then Libra, then Scorpio. And then it's another day. Every 24 hours, there's 12 different rising signs in one day. Can everybody type that? 12 rising signs every 24 hours. Write that down. Everybody write that down. Everybody type what I just said. There are 12 rising signs every 24 hours. So the day that Kristen was born, there were 11 other Aquariuses born that day. Only for 2 hours is there an Aquarius with a Sag rising that's like that. So let's say somebody tried to date Kristen and they was like, oh, I had a bad experience. I don't like Aquariuses. You dumbass. Yeah, I said you're a dumbass because you're going back into horoscope astrology. 2 more hours later, a Capricorn rising doesn't operate like a Sag rising operates, even if they got the same sun born on the same day. So you could be born on the same day but have a different rising sign, because the rising sign changes what? Every 2 hours. Let me get everybody to type that. Rising sign changes every 2 hours. What'd I say? Come on, folks, keep up. Rising sign changes every 2 hours. Rising sign changes. Thank you very much, Nicole. Absolutely. All of this is taught inside the course, but I get more and more detail. I'm just giving it to you fast right now. So Sagittarius rising, she's an intellect. She's a brainiac. She's the guru. So that's her personality. What does the rising sign denote? The rising sign denotes how she comes off to other people. She loves to see and be adventuresome. She's leading with the fire sign. Even though she's an air sign, she leads with fire. She loves to initiate. She loves to get things started. Not a lot of fear here. I am like a Sagittarius. I have like a Capricorn. She works very hard for her money. Very sensitive about it too. Don't play with my money. She got money stashed away somewhere that she plays like she broke, but she keeps it like a resource. I speak like an Aquarius. When she gets to talking, boy, can she go. Because Aquarius is an air sign and is over here in Gemini, his cousin. So this Aquarius right here can get busy with the talking. Pisces on the 4th house. Maybe there was some alcoholism in growing up in the household or could have been turned on to sexual experiences early, because Pisces rules pornography. Krista might have been looking at some magazines when she was early. Also, Pluto is your purpose in life. So what she experienced, anybody who's a Sag rising for this matter, I'm reading your chart right now. If you had Pisces ruling the fourth house, very spiritual upbringing, probably was in church like 9 days out the week. Aries on the fifth house, I will like an Aries, I love like an Aries, I have casual sex like an Aries, I play like an Aries. So Sagittarius risings, they have an athletic body too. They like to be in shape because they like cardio, cardio. They like fun sex. They don't want nothing boring going on. They like to initiate it. You know what I mean? I work like a Taurus. She works but she loves like an Aries. So she may love you for a little while, then she may not love you no more. Because Aries really don't finish things. So when she falls in love, it's hot and heavy for a little while, but then it just falls off and she just move on. Right. So any Sag rising or Sag, I'm talking to you right now. Taurus, on the sixth house, I work like a Taurus. This person has to keep a job. Very reliable, doesn't like being changed, or doesn't like changing around. When they look for a job on their resume, they talk about their reliability and all of that good stuff. Did everybody share this video? Did everybody share the video? Don't be on here watching and you ain't sharing the video. Also, if you just got in, check in. I'm Coach Khayr, Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. If you need to get some of my services, K I'm having a 50% off sale. Live free 50 is the promo code until the 17th, until June the 17th. So that means any reading that I'm giving, my services, also learning astrology, you can learn all of that. I have a astrology course also that's 50% off. Go to Coach K Astrology, scroll down to the bottom. You'll see it, put Live Free in. You can get the course, lifetime access to the course for $150. It's normally $300. I'm thinking about moving the price up. So I'm trying to get as many people in before I move over to my new site. If I move over to the new site, I'm looking for people with more money. So if you want to come in, you get this right here. When I move the price up, if you already got it, you have lifetime access to it. All right. Also, we're talking about compatibility today. If you want a relationship consultation, when you get on the site, where's the site? Where's my site? I think this is where I was at. I'll come back to it because I had it pulled up. But we'll get back to it. Anyway, I relate like a Gemini. She can fall in love quickly, but it's got to be with somebody who can have a good talk game, but they're also intelligent. She don't like dummies. All Sag risings must be relating with somebody who's intelligent, and they might want to even get a little debate going. You know what I'm saying? So also, seventh house is open enemies. So because of her mouth, or anybody with a Sag rising, your mouth done created some open enemies for you somewhere. She desires like a Cancer. This is also the house of marriage, the eighth house. So these desires, she's very nurturing of the things that she desires long range, or any Sag rising or Sagittarius, because Sag means you have Cancer in the eighth place, right? I see like a Leo. She has the vision of the leader, right? That's why she can. She likes a smart person because she like intelligent is what a leader is made of. So she wants to be compatible with somebody who has vision, so she can support them. But she also has pride in her philosophy, whatever her philosophy is, and she has pride in the things that she knows or she teaches. Virgo on the 10th house, I use like a Virgo or utilize like a Virgo. She always has a plan. The promo code is Live Free 50. Promo code is live. Can somebody type that for me? Can somebody type Live Free 50 and then type CoachKAstrology.info? And then She knows like a Libra. Boy, she will debate you. And very social with friends, very flirtatious. All Sagittarius are flirtatious and social butterflies. No lack of that at all. Can support the whole group, but very finicky, and also must be looking good when she go to the party. And Scorpio, I believe like a Scorpio. This person believes in the occult. They are into the magic. They'll put a spell on your ass. Secret sex. You don't know who their partner is. I don't want to put all Sagittarius and Sag Risings business out here, but you did volunteer and put it up here. This is how we go. So I didn't even put any planets in the house. So this is what we did on day one. You can do a reading without the planets. But if you don't know the rising sign, first off, if there are any Sagittarius out here or Sag Risings or Christian, how accurate was I in the reading that I just did for all Sagittarius and all Sag Risings on a scale of 1 to 10? I'm just going to ask everybody who's on here listening. I ain't asked for no birthday, but I went and generalized and went all the way around. How accurate was it? But if you don't have the right birth time, then you ain't gonna have the right rising sign, and you can't do any predictive astrology. All right, people come astrology and they want to know when. We only got 2 Sagittarius in the whole building. Somebody just don't want to tell their business, but it's okay. Oh, hey, Venus rising, got me another one. So now let's talk about the importance of the rising sign and time of birth. And this is the other, I get kind of teed off because the astrologers will take any time you put in here. And that means your Sag could have been up here. They could have said, oh, you're a Capricorn rising, or you're a Scorpio rising, or you're a Libra rising, or you're an Aquarius rising. But they didn't even ask, they didn't even go into any investigation on how to come up with that. Cosmophysics, and everybody I know that's trained up on the cosmophysics understands the importance of getting the rising sign and knows how to do it. The technique taught by Ra Aku called the 8th place method. I don't give that up to anybody unless you are taking the course. If you ain't took the course, I don't give that out to people because to me it's about honor. You know what I'm saying? So let me now remember the rules. Your rising sign can change wait a minute before I do that. So the houses were the classrooms, right? Remember, you've been here since the beginning. But the signs are the curriculum. Right? So all I did was I just read the curriculums. The planets ain't even got here. The planets are the professors. Oops. So this is your basics right here. Everybody wants to be so deep, but they're getting away from what the basics are. It's a university. You was in class yesterday. What's the job of the university? Who was in class the last 2 days? What's the job of the university? Let me see who's going to get it first. You might get a bonus, you might not. We're going to see. You should be wanting to answer as many questions as possible to test your skill set out. So now we're going to talk about the rising sign and why the rising sign is important. I want to try to get to these retrogrades. I'm going to explain this one as fast as I can. Wait. I don't have to do all that. I can just do that. I'm wasting. I brought my tools today. Y'all see that, right? Okay. Money. Produce graduates to make money. Tell them, Tasha Sanders. Produce some paper, player. Right. I wanted to find. I'm trying to get. No, that's not what I want. Money. Produce graduates to make money. Tell them, Tasha Sanders. Produce some paper, player. No. Right. Why is it doing that? I want to find. Oh my goodness. Anyway, the rising sign. A woman, water breaks. right? How much time between the water breaking and delivery can go down? How many hours can happen between a woman's water breaking? A water breaks. How many hours can transpire between water breaking and delivery? 30 minutes? How many people had a water break and then the baby come out 5 minutes later? That ain't what happens. The water breaks, it could be hours. It could be a half a day. Could have came in there at night, baby came out in the morning. Could have came in the morning, baby could have came out. Right, hours to days. Many hours. Right. So, the soul enters the body on the first breath. So that means it could be all the way, because it could come into a delivery and the baby still not be breathing. I done seen people who had to come out and they had a lung failure. They had to smack them on the butt. They had a cord around the neck. All types of stories that the baby came out, and it was like a while before they started breathing on their own. 28 hours, I see. So, but if this is 2:44 p.m. on the delivery, then this is what they've been putting on the birth certificate. But it actually should be called time of arrival. Or, yeah, that's one. Or two, it should be called vaginal entry into this world. See, because the body inside of, I'm getting ready to go a little more metaphysical. Your soul ships down the body into the mama's womb. So here's the lady with the belly, you know what I'm saying, pregnant, right? And the body is coming down from the ethers, but the soul is staying up here, because the soul is eternal. The soul doesn't want to come down into the body until right here. So you got this physical thing. Yeah, you got this physical body with bones and muscle and skin developing, but the soul hasn't entered until the first breath. So the soul is waiting until I know it's a good, safe time when people are around here. Because if I get into this body and then get jammed up or get aborted, a whole nother conversation. We're going to talk about abortions. If there's an abortion, when the soul is already in the body, they know that human beings will do an abortion. So they're like, nah, play, I'm going to wait until you get all the way in here. So if you had an abortion, you didn't abort the soul, but some of the luggage was already coming down. So you reneged on the contract when you had an abortion. Right. So you got to straighten that out with that soul, because now the soul got to go get in the back of the line, because there's another soul trying to get down here. And another soul, there's like a line of souls trying to get down through women to come down here onto this plane of existence, right? So it's going to wait until after the water breaks, and then the soul enters on the first breath. Does this make sense so far? Is everybody following? If you're following, press 1. If this is not making sense, press 0. Just need to make sure everybody is staying with me. So, if the baby comes out crying, how did the baby cry? What must you have in order to cry? You got to have what? Oxygen. You got to be breathing in order to cry. There's the evidence. The baby came out crying. He was already breathing inside the womb. So that means the soul was already inside and active. You was already alive before you crossed this line right here. Before you crossed that line right there, the soul already took possession. So instead of 2:44 p.m., shoot, you might have came in at 10:30 a.m. So from 10:30 a.m. to 2:44, let's look at how many hours that is. 10:30 to 12:30, that's a rising sign. 12:30 to 2:30, that's another rising sign. So you're telling me that a person could be, an astrologer could take a time on the birth certificate, not rectify it correctly, and be off by 2 houses. And then they talk about they're giving you an accurate chart reading. How you gonna give me an accurate chart reading if my rising sign? Oh, I'm sorry, not two houses, 2 signs. Sign changes when, everybody? I'm asking. I'm saying who paying attention. How often does a rising sign changes when? And how many rising signs do you get per day? Come on, keep up, everybody. Answer the question. You can't come here and take classes. Oh yeah, somebody asked me what my Cash App was. Can somebody put that in there? Absolutely, I'm taking donations. I'll type it in. If you're getting some value out of this, and you want to say, man, I really appreciate you, Coach Khayr. Oh. Coach Khayr's the Cash App. Thank you. And CoachKDonations.info. Somebody please type that. 12 per day. Tell them, Corey. 2 and 12. So this is why it's so important that you get the right time on your chart. Next. Finish that. All of this is covered. Well, no, this is covered after you graduate. You cover it after you graduate from the course. Then I'll give you the formula after you graduate. Next thing we're covering is if you're between 27 or 30 or 57 and 60. Trying to go fast, putting as much information in as I can. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Here's the sun. Here's the moon. And here is Saturn. All right. And they're going around, they're going around. Everybody's going around the chart. So here's another pop quiz. How long does it take the moon to make one circle? How long does it take the sun to make one rotation? And how long does it take Saturn to make one rotation? Thank you, Latifah. Yeah. How long does it take for the moon to make a rotation? If you was in my moon magic class, if you're in my print your own money course, this should be elementary. 1 year for the sun. Okay, that's 365 days. Or we'll just put 1 year. That's for the sun, so we got that. Now, how about the moon? Ooh, Jennifer Manning, you showing off? 28 days. And then 29 years. All right? So, every month you're going to have a lunar return. That means when the moon, if you were born with the moon right here in the 11th house, then the moon is going to take 28 days before it comes back and returns to this position. If the sun, if you were born with the sun in Aquarius, it's going to take 365 days before it gets back, and this is why we call it a solar return. The sun is back in its position. So there's a lunar return, I should just call this returns. Whether it's lunar, solar, Saturn, you can have a Mercury return. You can have a Mars. You could have a Venus. Whenever that planet gets back to where it was originally, then you're having that planet return. Okay? Does this make sense? That's why you call it a birthday. And you get re-energized or whatever that planet does. So it's emotional. Anytime it's moon on moon, that's new, right? So you're getting that's a new. When the sun is on the sun position, you're refueling. But my goodness, how many people in here right now are between 26 and 30? Or 26 and 31, raise your hand. If you're between 26 and 31, or if you're between 56 and 61, just put your age out here. It's okay. Just put your age down. Let me see how many people this qualifies for. If you're between 26 and 31, if you're between 56 and 61, please put your age down. All right. If you're just coming on live, please share the video. CoachKAstrology.info. The promo code is LiveFree50. This is day 3 of Astro 101. Why you need astrology in your life. The sale is on. The coupon code is good until the 17th. Hold on, I'm trying to get to something real quizzy. How many of y'all are? I see some. Okay, I see 129 here. Jennifer Manning. So she's the only person close to being on the Saturn return. Saturn is the planet of rules, regulations, restrictions, karma, discipline, and maturity, and growing up, and integrity. A Saturn return lasts 2.5 years. Some of y'all be thinking that your life is over in a Saturn return. It ain't. It's just trying to get you to understand the rules, the regulations, some restrictions to get your ass in line, decide what kind of karma, that we got to check the contract. That's the other thing. Contracts. If you've already been through this, you already know that that's where you was at. And it lasts 2.5 years. So it could be anywhere from 27 to 30 that Saturn return is happening. You need to have a strategy. You need to know about you. You need to know about you and where all these other houses are, what planets are in here, what energies you got to work with, and what contracts you're supposed to fulfill. Otherwise, this normally right here can be painful. Because it's like blindsiding you. And you just like, what the hell? Why is it so hard? Ooh. If you over 29, guess what? Or you over 30, 31, you can go back and look between 27 and 30. How many of you all over 30 can remember your Saturn return, even if you didn't know what it was? And it's demanding that you be honest, because it'll peel you to the white meat. You better understand this Saturn return thing. I talked to my man the other day, he's 25. I said, boy, you got about 2.5 years to get ready. You better get ready. Saturn return, the solar return, the lunar return. A lot of y'all out here playing around and not ready for your Saturn return. But you also get a look at the Saturn return when you are 14, at 7, and also at 21. See that? Because it was here when you were born. 7 years later, it was squaring that position. 14 years later, it's opposing it. 21 years later, it's making another square. And then 29 years later, it's back at its original position. And Once you put Saturn back in its original, like everybody's got Saturn in Capricorn right now. Jesus. You kept having car accidents. Woo. Mine was very vivid. All right. So everybody's always asking about what? Compatibility. Yo, is the person that you're dealing with going through a Saturn return? If you 57 or 60, you going through your second Saturn return. That's the first one. That's the second one. The third one is what? 27 years later, so you can be around 87. You can be mature enough to handle it. But that first one, they reviewing all contracts. All right? Boom. There's the site. That's what I was trying to pull up. If you want that astrological relationship consultation, what's your relationship language? Promo code live free 50. Go right here. If you scroll down to the bottom, if you want to be able to do what I'm doing and be an astrologer, not just take a course to know how to do it, at the end of this course, you will be an astrologer. Click add to cart. When you click add to cart, you go to checkout. It blends in with the brown sometime, so you got to look right there. And it's going to say add coupon code. When you hit the coupon code, that's where you put the live free 50. On your phone, it may not be as big as this. It may be blending in with the brown, but it's directly up under that as soon as you finish with your right. As soon as you finish with the order. All right? Now, that is with Saturn. Uranus takes, I think I'm going to do Uranus tomorrow. I'm going to do for the older crowd tomorrow. Let me get the compatibility. Anybody want me to do compatibility? Because I'm really ready to go. I can do compatibility tomorrow too. I could do compatibility and synastry tomorrow. Can I do compatibility and synastry tomorrow? Yeah. I think y'all got enough for today. Yeah. So tomorrow we covered that. Oh, retrogrades. I am going to do retrogrades today. Then we'll do compatibility tomorrow. So we're going to do retrogrades. I want to focus a whole day on that. So we did the Saturn return. We did the birth time. We reviewed the houses. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about that and the compatibility and the synastry versus composites. I'm about to retrograde right now. I get so tired of people. How do you graduate from the course? By doing a Coach Khayr reading. You have to turn all your homework in, and then you have to read Coach Khayr's chart. Yep. And then when you graduate, I show you how to do the 8th place method. That's how you graduate. You give the teacher a reading. Because you ain't going to be out here in the street talking about I was with Coach, and then this is what he showed me, and then you can't do a reading. Nah, when you read me, then you're ready to go out there in these streets. Facts. And you can get some money. A retrograde has 3 phases. Planet is going here. Oh, wait. I'm going to show it in 2D, then I'm going to show it in 3D. Then it goes backwards. Then it goes forward. And then it goes about its business. So this is phase 1 going this way. This is phase 2 going this way. And this is phase 3 going that way. This is a Mercury. This is any retrograde. All planets go retrograde except for the moon. The homework is at the end of every video. When you finish the video, there's going to be homework. Adrian, ain't you in the course already? Adrian studied so hard, she's going to fly through the course. So, some other periods in here. This first period where it's going forward, this is the shadow period. And then this is the shadow period. But in the middle here is that live work. From here to here, that's when it's moving backwards. And most people will tell you that this is the that it starts here and ends here. That's absolutely false. It starts here and ends here. Because it has to get out of the shadow period. It has to get out of the shadow period in order for it to be over. So just because it started moving backwards, like right now, Jupiter is retrograde. That's it right there. Retrograde. And the RX in retrograde looks like a prescription because they're trying to reverse something. Yeah, you do the homework, turn it into coach. Why does the moon not retrograde? It's because of the frequency of its cycle. The moon's not a planet. Bam, there you go. The moon is a large chunk of Earth out there rotating. It's a satellite. It's not a planet. It doesn't produce its own gravity. The moon is stuck in the gravity pull of the Earth. That's why the moon doesn't do retrograde. Jupiter right now is in retrograde. Where's my other drawing at? My futures. So this is a astro future that I use on my iPad. I want to look at. Oh well, okay. So what this is the planets on the outside, the planets in here, the planets in the gray are my planets, and the planets outside the gray are the transiting planets. So when we get over to Jupiter, which is in Scorpio, that's him right there. And he's moving backwards right now. He was going forward, now he's going backwards, and then he's going to go forward again. But what does that mean when he's in this period right here? There's a lot of opportunity to what? What are the keywords of this planet? Jupiter. So and then you got to look at what sign it's in too. I don't know if it's going back into Libra. I don't think it'll back all the way out into Libra. That's a long way to go to get to Libra. 5, 10, it's at 14 degrees right now. Hey, it's right there on my cusp. I love this stuff. Yeah, it's a long way for it to go. It's at 14 right now. I don't know if it's gonna get all the way back there. To what is this? I don't want that. I don't know if it's gonna get back to. I don't know if it's gonna get back. So he's at 14 right now. I don't think it's gonna go all the way back into Libra, but it is gonna back up though. That's for sure. Some of the keywords: expand. So it's going to expand backwards over some things that it's already covered. Teaching, traveling. So you may have to travel back. You may have to go back and review some things that you were taught. Some things that got expanded might be losing some air right now. The air may be getting sucked out of it in a big way. Jupiter is also the philosophy. So you're going to have to go back over your philosophy, go back over some travels, go back over some teaching, go back over some expanding. And all in this period of it's going backwards. That's why people be talking. But then guess what? It's got to slow down and turn around to get around this curve. And it's going to get faster and faster. it's gonna pick up speed here, just like over here it slowed down. Because it had to get all the way to a little stop right there. You see what I'm saying? It had to slow down and come to a stop before it started going backwards. And then it had to come to a stop right here before it could start picking up some speed. You see what I'm saying? So the first part, things are slowing down for you. Now they seem to be moving backwards through phase 2. And then phase 3 is picking up again. But it's not until right there, the end, is it over. Okay? So there's a Mercury retrograde about to hit the shadow. Gabrielle probably knows. Rhonda! What up, boo? Yes. I don't know. I ain't keeping up with that right now. I got other stuff to look at. I could probably go look it up, but guess what? One of my students should be able to go look it up and get that. But Mercury's going to be coming into... Oh, I can show you over here on this other map too. Bam! I love this part. Okay, hopefully this is making sense. So now I'm going to go over here. And I got this from Planet Watcher. So now you see it in real time. So here's Jupiter doing the retrograde in Scorpio. So it was moving this way, then it's slowing down and going back, and then it's going forward. Same thing I just described. Mars, and Mars hits this while it's in retrograde. Ouch. Oh, it's coming to catch that. Oh, okay. And then Mercury, there's a Mercury retrograde in Aries. There was one in Leo. And then you can come down here, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Mercury. So March the 22nd. Here comes another one. What's that? April? Oh, July. Here we go. July 26th. July 26th. August the 19th. But it's getting ready to go in the shadow before that. That just means that it starts the second phase right here. It starts to go backwards on July 26th. But the shadow period starts right there on that line right there, on whatever that is right there. When it what's that motion? Hold on. And then we come over here. Oh yeah. Oh, we're strapped over here. So I'm in June. Boom. July. Bam. See that? That's when it starts to go backwards. So that's July the 26th. We come over here. July 26th, 23 degrees Leo. And then it's going to back all the way up. It backs up and doesn't go direct again until boop, 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 boop. That's July. Wait a minute. Okay. So it's gonna be moving backwards. And then it's got the station up in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Bam, the 19th. Found you. So on the 19th, it stations of August. There it is. It's at 11 degrees Leo. So where is Mercury at today? Let's go. So at 11 degrees Leo is when it starts, because that's where it goes back to station. Ooh, I love this. The 11th, baby. At 11 degrees. Mercury, Mercury, where art thou? There he is. You see Mercury right there in Cancer? When he gets right here in at 11 degrees Leo, that's where that bad boy. So you got a couple more weeks, because Mercury moves really fast. Mercury ain't playing. See that new moon right there? When the sun and the moon, same sign. It's right on top of one another. Today was a new moon, clearing phase for the fam. Was told that many astrologers try to make a certain event fit your life to determine your birth time. Several events, not one event, several events. We use several events. We use several events to rectify the birth. We use events, and we use medical astrology for injuries to the body. Yep. So, that's class for the day. Coach I got to make a run downtown. I want a smoothie, and I got to go to the Amazon store, and I'm about to go do that. So I appreciate all of y'all for tuning in, Zoom in, and I'm about to roll out. What time is it? Because I want to go catch the bus will be here in a few minutes. I'm riding my bicycle down here, jump on this bus, and roll out. So, was this helpful to anybody? Tomorrow we doing, if you're born between 40 and 43, we're doing compatibility, and we're doing synastries versus composites. What was the iPad app called Astro Futures? Yeah, I like the free stuff. Yeah, that's it right there. Astro Futures. Yep. I like this cosmic watch too, but you gotta be ready to play with the big boys to mess with that cosmic watch. you better have your math together. Not necessarily your math, but you just have to know like what you're looking at. Like, watch what happens when this one opens. Can my family come down to ATL and get our readings? Sure. You can get a reading over the phone too. But we're not, but you're going to have to be here for, I don't like to do more than 2 readings a day, right? Come on, Cosmic Watch. Yeah, I love this bad boy. Bam. Watch how this one plays out. Go on and open up. Talking about Swiss made. Yes. Not now. Ow! Turn that for me. So it shows you where the planets are. Like, it's showing me like who is, like where the planet, like the dates. Like, I love this joint is hard right here. And you got so many other ways. Okay. I hit the okay on that. So that's if I want to turn the sphere off or turn the sphere on. I like it better on my Android. I don't really know how to use it. Oh yeah. Bam! Woo! Yeah. This one is really gangster right here. Ow! Get it? Yeah, the one on my phone is a lot different. Ooh. Wait. How about that? Whew. This iPad joint is critical. Oh, me, wife, and the baby. Absolutely. Listen, I have clients all over the world. We can do Skype, we can do it on the telephone, we can do Google Hangout. If you want to come to Georgia and get it done, just inbox me and let's talk about it and set up a time, place, see when I'm here, and let's get it done. Fam, I definitely appreciate y'all. Want to say thank you, Coach K Astrology. This is brought to you by CoachKAstrology.info. Promo code live free 50 until the 17th. This was Astro 101 Day 3. Tomorrow we're doing, if you're between 40 and 43, or if you just finished, after that, that's good. Compatibility and synastry versus composites, and maybe the difference between horoscopes and astrology. All right, fam. I found you in peace, and I'm going to leave you in prayer. Thank you. Anabakor, Gijala Kiminka, Tatia Tezara, Kabel Renat, Amcha Sagvanu, Tahara Nunara, Nagibor, Deshe Yakadeka, Kavava Shamran, Barkam Tyram, Rakame, the Zika Taker, Tamid Gamlin, Kasim Kodosh, Bararuf Tufka, the hell out of Taker, Yakid Gehalam Chapanez, or Craig Tushka Taker, Shavatanuka Bel Ushma, Dezakatanu Yadea Talamo, Produkshem, Kovo Makuto, Alam Vaed. Peace. Appreciate you too. Holla!